All right, everybody, welcome back to the No Quarter Podcast.
Idaho's #1 podcast.
Episode number 32.
And fuck Andy Elliott.
Yeah, man, what a douche nugget.
That is the dumbest
That was wild.
shit.
That was pretty cringe.
Did you see the video? It's
Yes.
hard to watch.
That was pretty
Give some
cringe.
context.
All right, so Andy Elliott, the if you have a six-pack, I don't work for you, or you don't work for me guy.
We're bitter
His-
because none of us can work for him.
Yeah, his sales tactics are like he's essentially
You're
like
getting soft, big man.
Yeah, well, he's
Isn't that his
essentially
thing?
like fuck you, you suck if you don't do exactly as I do kind of guy. And he has a huge following.
He seems like the guy who, if you don't buy from him, it's because you're stupid. And that's what he teaches his sales guys.
Yeah, I mean essentially, and it's also don't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Hey, transparency. I had a buddy that worked for him for a while. A guy that I worked with in the car business for a few years
Hashtag not sponsored.
worked for him, and
Sure.
he no longer works for him anymore. So,
Well, here's the thing. Listen, when we're talking about sales, there's no such thing as a non-high pressure sale.
Sure.
Period. Every salesman knows you gotta fucking close all that shit. But you don't have to make people feel belittled to teach them how to sell.
Well, and I also think you should have enough self-awareness to think maybe this isn't the right fit for this, not only for this potential client,
Yeah.
but for the company to that client.
Yep. 100%.
It's not always right. But anyways, why is he such a douche?
But he went to a David Goggins event in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, one of the two. I can't remember which ones. You guys can see it on his Instagram because he's falling on that sword. He ain't deleting it, and he's getting hate, but he's getting engagement. But he calls his daughters on stage and says, like, I told my 12-year-old and 9-year-old.
yeah, like they're young.
12 and 9. These are little girls. And he has them come on stage and says, I told my daughters, if you guys can get 6-packs, I'll take you on a shopping spree for a whole day.
First he goes, these girls were eating shit food. They were eating junk food, getting all soft. And so I challenged them. Like, these little girls are beautiful little girls. They are
normal little girls.
normal little girls. But, and look, Elliot, like the dude, he's a good looking guy.
He's ugly, but he's got a nice body.
I mean, I'm just saying.
his wife
yeah.
looks like a man.
Does she?
I agree, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
My point is this, like, he's got a beautiful family.
Yeah.
And he brings these little girls on stage and just completely demolishes them.
Yeah.
And then is like, but I told him if they got 6-packs, then I'd take them on a shopping spree.
Mm-hmm.
And then tells them to
Take their clothes off, essentially.
essentially like lift
Yeah.
up your shirts and show the world your 6-packs.
Yeah, so he tells these girls,
Dude,
come on,
ugh.
show your 6-pack, show your 6-packs. So the oldest one had like a sweater on and she had like a sports bra and she like unzips, but you could see she's reluctant to like unzip her shirt
Yeah.
in a sports bra in front of 500, 1,000 men,
Dude,
especially in the UAE, which is like not a good move. And then posting it on the fucking internet. Right. And then his youngest, his 9-year-old was like lifting up her shirt barely. She was clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And he said, come on, don't be shy. Lift your shirt up. Show him. Like,
I was uncomfortable watching it.
yeah, it's wild.
Nick didn't even like, I was like, dude, you have to see how fucked this is. Like, cause this is like, I was fuming, dude.
Yeah.
And as soon as he said, come on, girls, like, show us your 6-packs, he's like, I'm not watching. And he walked away. And it's like, that's it. Like, you go into the comments and it's
Dude, the
thousands
comments
of
are-
people
yeah,
like,
it's
how
nuts.
could you do this? Are you that detached? This is sick. I even commented from our professional page because that one gets a little more like viewership when
Mhm.
I comment on stuff. I was like, man, look, do I think he's a pedo? No, I don't. Do I think that he thought, you know what I should do? I should have my daughters come up here and show their bodies off. No, I don't think that was his.
Dude, it's got 2,000 comments,
Yeah.
and I would be willing to bet over half of them are
Way over half are
Hate.
negative. But it's like, here's the thing. Do I think that it was malicious? Like, I'm going to get my daughters up here to show their bodies off to 1,000 men. No, I don't think that's what he thought.
I think he thought that he was going to capitalize on his kids.
100,000%. I think he was saying like, look, even my little girls, I forced to be having 6-packs and do fitness.
Sorry, I'm going to say it. That's like definition of prostitution.
Dude, there's a lot of
he hoarded-
females on here that are just, dude, they're
He prostituted his kids out. It
Hate.
may not have been for sex.
Yeah.
But he used his children's bodies to make money.
And that
to
post is
prove a
probably
point.
making money now.
Oh, and there's multiple people in here saying, how hard up do you got to be to bring your kids up on stage and
yeah.
show them off?
But here's the thing. Now, two different perspectives. If he had brought a random girl on stage that has a six-pack that was in the crowd and said, come on, take your shirt off, show your shirt, lift your shirt up.
Is it an adult?
Yeah. He'd be fucking crucified.
Maybe. Not by me, because at that point,
Well, the woman should say no.
the woman should say no, or she should just be like, hey, this is my choice. I'm either going to say no or I'm going to do it.
I agree. But from the outside looking in, the whole world would be like, oh my God, he's objectifying women. Look at what he did to her. This is
okay.
I really think that's how it would go.
Look, right, wrong, indifferent. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying it from the perspective that I think that it is right.
Right.
Women have been sexually idolized, objectified, used
Forever.
like for as long as we know.
It's because women are fucking hot.
And women are hot.
They're beautiful.
And dudes we're morons. We
yes.
It's shiny penny syndrome. Every single guy has it.
Mm-hmm.
Every single guy.
And there's no controlling it.
No. And I don't even care if you're gay. Every guy has it.
Mm-hmm.
We are driven by
like Rob?
by what we see. Yeah. He can speak to that side.
Rob's over here like, shit.
Jeez, oh man, you called me out.
I just love these comments, actually.
We all have it.
Yeah.
You see something and it drives you to engage with it.
Yeah.
Positively, negatively, whatever.
Yeah. Ooh, shiny car. I want it.
It's why beer commercials have had
Hot chicks.
Smoke shows in bikinis forever. It's why gun companies for the better part of a decade had gun bunnies showing off their rifles. It's why every single industry that sells to men has women models.
Well, it's also why people on OnlyFans are making $4,000 million fucking dollars a year.
Right.
$4 million a year.
Correct.
Or a month.
It's why you have working professional, highly educated women leaving jobs like being physicians and nurses and lawyers to go do porn on the internet because they can make a bag.
Oh, work for 2 years and you're done. But it's just, yeah. So going back to Andy,
it's disgusting.
What kind of, like, I don't see how, I'm just like, man, I don't want to like slander him too bad, but
no,
like,
I do. Absolutely. Slander
like,
away, bro. He's a douche nugget.
Yes, 100%. Okay, well then I'll let it loose. Like, what kind of fucking woman marries a man that lets them do that? If I had a daughter and I was like, you know what, we're having,
it's not slander when it's true.
That's true. But it's like if we had like a neighborhood get together and we're all talking and I had a daughter who was like really, really in shape. And I was like, hey, come over here and take your shirt off for my guy friends. And she's 9. I would listen. Erica would fucking murder you. She would, that's divorce
and I
shit.
would stand on the corner and clap while she did it.
Yep. 1,000%. Now
it's just cringe, dude. This whole video is just cringe.
It's hard to watch.
Like it's
Andy Elliott on that single thing. He deserves to lose everything, all of it.
Yeah.
His entire business, all of it. It should go away.
Yep.
And how it is his wife stand up there and like
clap.
And
yay.
what's disgusting about it
it's wild.
is that he's probably going to grow.
Yeah.
You should pin this for sure in the comments, the video.
If you want to see it, go look.
Just go look. It's on his thing.
Yeah.
I'm not
official Andy Elliott.
And there's probably a bunch of people who are like, look, you guys are giving him the attention.
But
you know what?
Goggins is up there like.
That's the thing too. The problem is guys like David Goggins are on there and doesn't see anything wrong with it at all. Now, maybe when he sees the video online, he might go, oh, fuck, this ain't the move. But he needs to come out and say something.
Yeah.
Or here's what I'm thinking. If David Goggins, who's Mr. Moral, I'm the man, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. Be a fucking man then, dude. Protect these fucking little girls and say, hey, man, listen, that wasn't the fucking move.
No.
That wasn't the fucking move. I know you didn't do it to exploit your daughter sexually on purpose, but it's not the move.
Devil's advocate, the guy had the purest of intentions, which I don't believe is true. But let's just pretend for a moment that his intentions were truly pure, above bar. He had no malicious intent, no self-serving motivation. I don't think any of that's true, but let's just pretend.
We'll pretend.
He still should recognize how wrong he was.
Oh yeah.
And as the person of influence that he is, I refuse to call him a man. As a person of influence that he is, he should stand up and be like, you know what? I was so incredibly wrong. And I am sorry for the people who look up to me as an example of what they want their life to look like. I failed you. That should be his narrative.
Yeah.
If
There was
he
a
had
couple
any kind of
videos, I don't know, last year. Because I kind of went down the rabbit hole with this guy because I'm like, dude, why is like Andy Frisella and all these other guys that I kind of look up to in the business community, you know, like we're like in his circle for a minute. And so I kind of went down the rabbit hole. But dude, the way this guy talks to people at his own
Dude, I can't even find his account right now.
He probably blocked you.
official
He's probably
Andy.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just wild, dude. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I think I
But
got
cringe
blocked.
as fuck. When he sent me that yesterday, because I don't even follow him. I don't follow this guy. I stopped following him when my buddy Sean
You know,
stopped working for him.
and he's done stuff with adults where I'm like, that's messed up.
That's what I'm saying. In his sales seminars, like
Right.
stand up, take your shirt off.
yeah, he
you
had
fucking fat
he had
fuck.
a guy who was
I was like, whoa.
I mean, he was a little like dad bod, not massive by any means.
Yeah, dude, I'm blocked.
He blocked you.
He's not. I just typed official Andy Elliott.
Here.
Well, you tagged him in your story. Just click on
Yeah,
that.
you called him pretty hard. You called him out in your
that made me laugh. If he blocked you,
Yeah, well, let me click it.
that's amazing. You got blocked. Awesome. Are you in your personal or?
Both of them.
here, let me just send it to you. Just
So I said
see if you get that. Can you open that?
no. Message is unavailable.
Wow. The dude blocked you from what you said. That's crazy.
That just goes to show.
Let me see if my comments.
That's
Yeah,
the
mine's up there.
That's the kind of quote unquote man he is.
Yeah, I'm blocked. I'm not even like making that up. Like I'm legit. Like message unavailable.
Wow. He didn't like you. Dude, but there's so many other people calling him out. Like there's
He's probably
thousands of
blocking
them.
hell. People.
Your story's gone.
No, it's not. I'm looking at it right now.
Simshot. Oh, it's on.
No,
your-
it's on my personal.
your
Yeah, that was way too much for my professional account. So I wrote, official Andy Elliott having his 12-year-old and 9-year-old daughters get on stage, lift up their shirts to show their fitness to a conference room filled with grown men, then posting it on Instagram to get likes is disgusting, pathetic, and sickening. No good dad would force his kids to do that. I condone canceling this dude.
Joey Swole. We need you. We need your
Yeah,
help, buddy.
Joey Swole.
Joey Swole.
Get him.
Come on, bro.
Get him.
Get him. Let's cancel this dude.
But yeah, so yeah, I guess I got
I'm
blocked
not all
for-
about canceling people, but
I'm about.
this dude needs.
Look,
with kids, I'm cancel the fuck away.
I will take away my call to cancel if he owns that he was a complete
Send
and
that reel to my
total ass clown.
I sent it to No Quarter.
Send
Oh.
it to Simshot to see if Simshot's blocked too.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I left like a huge comment on his post.
Here, I just sent it.
I was like, "You're fucking despicable. You're a fucking coward. Like, who the fuck does that?"
Yeah.
You know, you sent my story,
Dude,
to me.
the whole fact too, like when you watch the youngest one and
She's
he's like
uncomfortable.
pushing her
Oh,
and
yeah,
she's
I'm
like,
not- yeah.
I'm like, oh, dude,
It's
this
dude.
is so cringe.
I can't.
So
send
cringe.
that to
I'm-
Simshot Meridian.
This whole. I'm so
Did you
glad. It's
send it?
like, I don't know what.
I
no,
got it.
he
Here,
sent
hold on.
my story to me.
This whole thing is getting clipped. Like first thing. Let's see if we can get ourselves canceled off of him.
How could we?
I don't know.
Anyone who wants to cancel us over being,
No, he can.
Message is
I mean,
unavailable.
block us.
yeah, message unavailable. Both my accounts are blocked from him. What a pussy.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. I mean, when you sent that to me, I was like, let me look.
You're not a man, Andy.
I watched it like 3 times. And I was like, ooh.
You're not a man. Protect your daughters.
You might be more fit than me, but I fuck you up, dude.
Your
100%
number
of the
one
time.
role in this
Asshole.
world is
His
to
wife would probably fuck you up. See her fucking.
your
she's
number one
jacked.
role in this world is to protect your kids.
That's it.
That's it. If there's nothing else you do and you objectify them,
And-
you are a douche.
And the response to just block. I mean, you know, Simshot's got a couple thousand followers. Like we're nothing. We're nothing. And for my comment and my story on both of my Instagram got deleted. I have like 100 followers. Like it's
Yeah.
nothing now. And for the fact that you'd go through and have your social media team delete and block me.
Yeah. Pathetic excuse.
Bro, he's
Pathetic
going to be
excuse.
blocking a lot of fucking people if he blocked you
Yeah.
because there's some big influencers on there talking shit.
Good.
Like some big.
Well, this is getting cut as soon as we're done rolling, and it's going straight up.
And
Yeah,
again, do I
pathetic
think
excuse.
he is a pedo? No, I don't.
I have no clue.
Well, I mean, I have no clue, but I don't think that's him. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Do I think he abuses his kids at home and beats them? No, I don't think any of that type of stuff. What I think is he objectified his fucking children in front of thousands of men and then put it on the internet for all the fucking creepy dudes in the world to fucking get off on.
There are some people with like 200,000 followers calling him out. Like
good.
Some big name guys in the fitness industry.
Joey Swole, where you at, bro?
Yeah, and his response to one of the comments, I don't know if you can find Andy Elliott's, was like, this is about fitness.
No, it's not.
It's
about objectifying your kid.
Well, and also, like, here's the thing, dude. Like, hella people who are super fit don't have six packs. This is not about fitness. That's about aesthetics. You're showing
1 million. This lady, Andrea, Mom Fitness, just called him out.
Good.
Like, hardcore.
Hell yeah, Andrea. I don't even know where you're at, but
you are the exact kind of man I will teach my 4 daughters to avoid at all cost.
I would have said that.
That's just the first sentence.
I would have said that anyways, but this just double downs on it.
I'm shaking in anger. This isn't fitness or health.
Nope.
I mean, it just keeps going on and on.
Yeah.
No.
All the stuff we said, she's saying.
My girls are the same age range. I would rather die than tell my girls to do any of this. Never. I mean, it just goes on. And then.
Dude, what he did was
it's despicable.
It was the Carl's Jr. commercial of his world.
There's a doctor. She's a fitness coach.
You know, like
she's going in pretty hard
Carl's
too.
Jr.'s girls, like there's just like chicks in bikinis.
Oh, eating
like,
the burgers?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, maybe
different.
It's not that.
They're
I thought
adults.
you meant if it doesn't get all over the place, it's
no,
not
that's
in your face.
different. Those are adults, not
those are adults. You're right.
children.
No, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
I get it.
I'm off. I'm off base on that one.
So either way, that's my rant. I was like furious. My wife was like, "Why are you so mad? You don't even fucking know these people." And I'm like, "It's
because it's a kid. I get to get mad about protecting people who don't get to protect themselves.
That's it. That's it. And here's
the
thing.
person that they trust the most in this world.
Yeah.
Put them in a situation where they
I just keep going back to the little one where he's like,
yeah, come on,
like,
come on.
Your daughters trust you. You are dad. You're home. You're safe.
Yeah.
They trust you the most in the world, and you completely betrayed them.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Yep.
Ooh, you got me hot, dude.
Moving on. So,
fuck that guy.
Be a good dad.
Yeah. Don't be a fucking piece of shit dad or a fucking piece of shit mom.
Just be a good dad. Like, golly.
And Goggins, come on, man.
Yeah, call him out, Goggins. Don't act like you're Mr. fucking hard, because a real man would say, hey, that's not the fucking move. Publicly.
That's not the
Don't
move.
be a pussy.
You should have done it right there.
He should have said stop. He should have said, nope, not at my fucking event.
Yeah, he should have.
Yep. But no, money. Love
He should
money.
have. It takes a lot of fortitude to literally get up in front of a crowd and shut someone down.
Yeah. He doesn't have it, I guess.
I think that there are a lot of people that would probably almost watch it happen and then be like, hey, look, that was messed up. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, comment. Go watch the video and comment below on your thoughts on this. Are we off base here? I don't think that we are.
Or don't watch it and take our word for it. It's fucked up.
Here's
and
the
then
thing.
comment on our page
go watch
anyways.
it. Go watch it.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I could give 2 flying fucks if our followers think that we're off base.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't. I don't care if his followers are I don't care if you think I'm off base. To me, this is like
Kids.
This is the epitome of what righteous anger is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, protect those who can't protect their own, especially kids, especially young ladies. Nope.
Yep.
Dude, can't.
Yep. I agree. I think that was the first actual typed out rant I had on my Instagram in months, where I was like, I have to say something.
After you got zucked?
Yeah. I'll probably get, well, here's the thing. I didn't say the P word. I didn't call him a pedo.
Well, because you're right. You can't necessarily say that's not what happened.
No. And again, I don't believe that. I don't think that that's what he is.
Pedophile either.
I think he's a piece of shit dad.
Yeah.
Now,
definitely that.
This leads me into some awesome Meridian news. Speaking of pieces of shit,
is it happy? Because man, I really need a morale boost right now.
Yeah, this will end happy.
Okay.
This will end happy. So this past weekend, my family with our friends and my wife's friends, and we all went to the Meridian Speedway to do what I call redneck shit. We went to the sprint car races right across the street here at the Meridian Speedway, and my God. So much fucking fun. I will say this. Sprint cars, awesome to watch. What?
People die, bro.
Oh, sprint car racers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they go flying. It's okay though. No one did. It was great.
Oh, that's good.
Man,
And that's on asphalt too. The
Yeah, they were
dirt
on
dirt
asphalt.
tracks are way better to
these
watch.
fucking machines were
That's the one.
holding the earth like I'd never seen before. It was beautiful. It was like they were driving fucking $1 million Porsches. Like they were literally just turning at full speed. And some of them went sideways, and you could tell the good racers from the bad racers because the good racers are going sideways every time.
They're
like,
feathering.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Man, in such a small track, they go so fast, dude. I legit felt like the inner like.
Did they have
Kentucky.
wings on or no wings?
So they had both classes,
Oh, did
wings
they? Okay.
and no wings. The guys with the wings went way faster.
fast.
Dude, those wings are like twice the size of the car.
Yeah, and they hold the car to the fucking ground.
Yeah.
So I'm over here like, yeehaw, like doing my like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt shit. Like I was super hyped. My kids, my youngest was having a great time. My oldest was like, yeah, I saw it. They're driving in circles. I'm done. So he's like, I'm cold. Mind you, like thousands of people, and he's the only one that's like, I'm cold. So like we put, instead of sitting on the blanket, we wrap him in the blanket. And he's like, I'm still cold. I'm freezing. We need to leave. And I'm like, all right. So we put a sweater over that. And then one of our friends was like, dude, I'm not even cold. Like, here, take my sweater, and threw it over him as well. So this guy's like wrapped like a
Yeah,
fucking.
there's zero chance you're cold anymore, kid.
Zero chance you're fucking cold. And he's just like, I'm cold, I'm bored. And he was like barking in Erica's ear, like, can we go home? We need to be the first to leave. We need to leave early so we don't have traffic. Like, just trying all the moves. And then maybe about an hour, 2 hours in, my youngest decided the bleachers are jungle gyms. So he's just like climbing up, down, falling.
Yeah,
He's like,
ADD sets in.
every few seconds, he's just like crying because he just like slammed his shin or his gut. He's like going up to strangers and looking at him and going, and like pretending to punch him. Like he's just doing his thing. He was like literally like crowd surfing across our row of friends. Like he was just having a great time. But it got to the point where I was like, all right, dude, like this is becoming too much. I need you to stay like centralized. Stop trying to fucking
do laps.
So Erica's like, out of nowhere, she's like, we're fucking done. I'm leaving. We're leaving. Like right before the end, which is fine.
Mom limit reached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was, you know what? I said, okay, let's go. Like 100% support, honey. These kids are being shitheads. Let's go. So we leave. As we're leaving, we cross, we leave, we go down Meridian Road, and we cut through the parking lot of the pet feed store right here.
Yeah.
Diagonally. And as I'm walking, I see 3 cars parked in the middle of the road, not parked on the side of the road, parked
in the middle
of the road, heading towards Meridian Road from Simshot, right on the canal. They're parked on the canal.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's
literally
weird.
right here.
Yeah, like literally right here. And I was like, that's weird. Huh. And I'm kind of like, and then I kind of like, I'm looking for body language, and I'm seeing people like screaming. I'm seeing like commotion. And I'm like, we're still pretty far away in the parking lot still. And
You guys are in the Tahoe?
no, we were walking
Oh,
back to the Tahoe that was parked here.
got it. Oh,
Because
you
we park
Ubered?
here for the Speedway because it's free and it's right here.
Got it.
So
There's a speedway right here?
it's right across the street.
Right across the street behind
Meridian
Zamzo's.
Speedway. Like literally the water
I
tower.
don't know how I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're ever here during the summer, you'll hear it all day.
Oh,
We're just running laps.
yeah.
As we're walking back, I'm like, fuck, dude. Is that a fight? I think that's a fight. And I tell Eric, I said, listen, don't follow me diagonal. I'm going towards this because our car's right there. I need you to cross straight.
Yeah, go
with
to the shop.
Well, no, because we're still on the other side of the canal. So we're on this side.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So I'm like, go straight and I'll go diagonal so you have distance between us and stuff when I cross, because it didn't look like it was a brawl. It looked like a fight. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go. And then if I can like confirm, like, yeah, we have no risk, like I'm going to guide my family around and we're going to leave. And as I start approaching, I realize I see a man like dragging a woman down the canal.
Oh.
And so I'm like,
Uh-oh.
is this what I think it is?
Like, now
what
it's
the
time to get
fuck?
involved.
And there was a bunch of people already yelling, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I pick up my pace. I try to get over. I cross the street and I look and I'm like, they're gone now. And my first thought was like, did he fucking try to throw this bitch in the canal and fall in with her and they're just getting taken down? Because the canals will just pull you away.
Oh, for sure.
There's no...
I mean, there's like multiple unsolved murders because of canal
Yeah,
waters.
you don't just survive going in the canal.
No.
Unless you can swim like a motherfucker or hold on to something and get out. Like if you go in the canal, you're getting taken. So that was my first thought. And then I hear the people over there like, he got in that silver car in the silver car.
Oh, they
So-
went down into the parking lot.
So the parking lot on this side,
Yeah.
not my parking lot, the
The-
parking lot over.
Yeah, the big
Next
one.
to the Dairy Queen.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that big building right
Yeah, yeah.
here.
Yeah, right
So-
across the canal.
So goes into a silver car. And then I'm like confirmed, like, okay, these people stopped
to help.
to help. Okay, good. 3 cars of people stopped.
Yeah.
Not together. They're
Yep.
all different people.
So you have witnesses.
So
and
we have
help.
witnesses. And then I was just like, what the fuck's going on? And someone's like, he was beating the fuck out of her right here. We pulled over and he grabbed her and started dragging her. She was like yelling and like trying to fight back and stuff. He gets in the car. They take off down the road. As the guy exits and starts driving down towards the Meridian Police Department, he takes off. And then a cop shows up and parks and gets out and goes like, "What's going on?" Kind of like, we got the phone call.
That guy.
And everyone's just like, the silver car, that's where the guy was. Like, that's the guy that we called about. And so he gets back in his car and is just like, gone. Well, as he's going towards, the car's hitting the turn to go down towards ISP.
Yep.
And another cop intersects this way. Because
they
Meridian
box
fucking
him in.
PD is literally a block away.
Yeah, literally.
Boom. Got
Box
him
him
here.
in.
So he turns and another cop car got him from there. Like literally.
He was going to run.
He didn't. I don't know if he was going to run, but he didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Whatever his options were, he didn't have a chance. So by the time we got in the car and all that stuff and left, I was like, all right, well, let's
See what's up.
So I pull off because I didn't see the altercation, so I'm not a witness. I just saw him dragging her, and there was plenty of.
Oh,
witnesses.
so you were a witness to that, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I'm not going to give a statement. Like there was like 8 people that all watched the whole actual thing unfold. So. And they had him fucking just like
Thrown out. And
oh yeah, just pinned on the fucking car, cop holding him, fucking dipped forward, and some woman just off to the side, just like
was she like okay?
probably. I mean, she was standing on her own 2 legs, so
Yeah.
she was fine. She's probably traumatized.
What day was that?
That was Saturday.
Saturday. So Justin was at the races. My buddy Justin
Mhm.
and his family were at the races, I believe, that day also.
Oh.
And he got a beer, right? And he went to go sit down. Dude, and some staff member over there just like started just talking hellish shit to him. Because I guess there's like a regular place where you can sit, and then there's a family
Yeah, so
area
there's family seating,
and no alcohol.
no alcohol, no
Apparently,
smoke.
well, he didn't know, and they went
No.
berserk on him. And he was
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, that's a little fucking, couldn't you guys have been a little bit more?"
Yeah,
Kind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's clearly marked.
That says no alcohol.
Yeah, it's like-
he's like, dude, I never even saw it. And they
Yeah,
went
there are signs as you're walking.
ballistic.
It says like family seating here, no smoking, no drinking, smoking only, drinking and smoking. Like they lay it out pretty clear, which is nice, but there's so many fucking podunk Idaho smokers that are,
Yeah.
you still smell it, but
Do they let you carry inside?
I don't think they can tell you not. It's owned by the city.
yeah, I carried in.
So that's one of the laws that got passed. I think it was last year. That regardless of who owns the property,
It's
the
who's
vendor,
leasing the vendor.
the vendor gets to choose.
Well, I had my fanny pack.
They don't check you though.
They
Is
did.
what I'm saying.
Well, they checked bags.
Oh.
But as I approached the guy who's checking bags, I turned my fanny pack behind me and I just walked in. But my gun was on me, not in my fanny pack at that time.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
I'll keep it on me.
You
So
didn't go through metal detectors.
no.
Oh.
But I was like, even if he checks my bag, I'll show him that there's nothing in there, and then I'll walk through because he's not padding.
But there was no signs that said no concealed carry. or anything
I
like
didn't
that?
see one.
Interesting.
I'm assuming. I mean, everyone.
I went
was
to
with-
the off-road show on Sunday, and there was no.
Yeah.
That's state property too.
Yeah, it doesn't make it a crime. It just makes them capable of trespassing you from their event.
yeah.
Yeah, they could just say, "Go put that in your car"
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, absolutely.
it's
I don't see those fucking signs anyhow.
it's
When
not-
I don't even. Pay
Yeah,
attention
it's
to
not a
those
criminal
signs.
offense, but
Yeah.
like if you go to the Fort Idaho Center, they don't let you carry.
Oh, I've never not.
Well, they have
Every
metal
time I go-
detectors
They've
there.
got metal detectors.
What?
Yeah. Anytime I've ever
Oh,
been there,
I'm
they have
thinking.
metal
Sorry, I'm
detector.
thinking of the fairgrounds in Boise.
No.
Yeah, different places. Yeah, when I went to Monster Jam at the Fort Idaho, I didn't bring a gun.
Yeah,
I wanted one, but I didn't.
we're going to Monster Jam in a couple weeks.
Same.
Yeah,
I wonder what day we'll check.
we're going Saturday
I think we are too.
at 7 night.
Yeah, nighttime.
That's when we'll be there.
I'll look at our tickets to make sure, but I bet you we're probably with our luck sitting on the opposite ends of the bowl.
Probably.
That's okay.
I bought him yesterday, so
Oh, okay.
we'll see.
Erica bought them. I don't do that.
We're in the upper tier because we had a big group, so we're in the upper tier on the. I don't know what side it is, but on
Neither do I.
on the map it's on the bottom.
Do the Diesel Bros still have their truck running in that?
No clue. Never been.
I don't know. It is fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's just crazy. It's such the Fort Idaho Center's got a small fucking little place for those big trucks, dude.
Mm.
Like some of them can't even be
I mean,
in
even
the arena. They have to like
even
drive
PBR.
out.
Like PBR is like, man, this is a lot smaller than the other PBRs I've
Yeah.
been to.
Yeah, they need to open that fucker up or build a new stadium here because it's tiny. Those trucks cannot do what they're designed to do.
Yeah.
Like they'll do jumps and stuff and they'll get more air than they probably should.
Right.
But like you could see as soon as they land, it's just boom, just slamming on the brakes. They're almost crashing into the cars that are parked.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. Whereas if you go see them, like I saw the first Monster Jam I went to was at Levi Stadium.
Oh yeah.
As an adult, I took Maverick when he was a young buck, and Those fuckers were flying through the air, dude.
That's a massive stadium.
It's big.
Huge.
That's 100,000 person stadium, right?
It's huge.
It's
Yeah, and
massive.
the field is like this big compared to all the stuff around it.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like
yeah.
they turn that whole fucker into dirt.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm looking forward to that.
it's fun. Dude. It's just so loud that it's amazing.
Yeah.
And they always have motocross dudes doing backflips and all the fun. So it's just fun.
That's cool.
So but yeah,
I've always wanted to go to Nitro Circus. I think that'd be a fun.
we wanted to last year when they came. I don't know what happened. I probably said no or something.
Yeah.
At the end of it before we bought tickets, but yeah, I don't know. It was yeah. So what I mean, but like my final thought on that like domestic situation was like, yes, domestic dispute, you know, it's horrible. You don't hit women, dude. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
But like my last thought was like, we did just go do hella redneck shit at the speedway, so like it does make perfect sense that would happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I think about NASCAR, a domestic violence event is not too far off sometimes.
Like you're saying, like it's not surprising to you that it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, well, yeah, you know, like I was telling one of my friends who was with me was a cop, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, you go do redneck shit, you get redneck things.
All right. Well, let's talk practically then. So you had your family with you. So
Yes, I
obviously
did.
your first priority is making sure that they are safe.
Yeah, which is why I told them to keep a distance from me.
Right.
Like they were probably like 50 yards away from me when I approached.
So a couple small circumstantial changes could have really changed how you got involved or didn't. Would you have gone? I mean, you saw the dude dragging some chick by her hair down the canal.
Yeah, and
Are you going to go looking?
well, once I saw that he was peeled off, I was kind of like, okay, well, I have hella people with me. I'm gonna ask what happened, so
Well,
I
I
can like
mean-
have context.
Pretend you didn't. Like, that's what I'm saying. So
If we had left,
where's your threshold for getting involved with that?
I'd tell Erica and the kids to stay back or go back to the thing. If I had left a minute earlier, I would have seen the actual battery happening.
Yeah.
I would have had him at gunpoint.
Yeah.
100%. And now I don't have a clear articulation of like, well, was I at risk of grave bodily harm? No, but she
was.
So I would have had
Yeah,
him at
no,
gunpoint.
it would have been clean legally.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not what I'm. But I'm
Yeah.
more. I guess my question is more because I actually have a similar story
Mhm.
from not too long ago, where I was at a gas station and there was a domestic going on right in the parking lot, and I basically parked my truck. I had my boys with me. I parked my truck on the opposite corner of the lot, so we were way
Distance.
far away with multiple barriers in between. And then I basically like turned the radio up and told my boys like, "Hey, you guys are the truck's on. You know, the heater's
don't
on.
touch
It was
shit.
winter
Hold on.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah." And I was just like, "Hey, I got to go check on something." You know, didn't do anything to freak them out. Locked the door, and I walked the perimeter so I could see what was going on, and I just called 911. And basically, like, I stood there, and my entire disposition was if I see her physically starting to get worked over,
Yeah.
I'll go up and do my best to
Yeah.
to stop that with relative safety.
Yeah.
But my priority is staying safe so that I can keep my kids safe.
100%.
So I'm not going to go charge up and like rip the guy off of her.
No.
You know, I'll probably holler from a distance.
Yeah.
And I already had police on the way, you know, and then I just kept dispatch on the line so that way I could wait until they were there. And I was like, yeah, it's still verbal. You know, he's slamming his fist on the car, but I haven't seen him strike her yet, whatever. But then he starts beating the shit out of him like, hey, you need to step up your response. You know what I mean? And then maybe intervene some, but my priority is staying safe for my kids' safety.
Yeah, 100%. Like if Erica wasn't there, I would have absolutely just stood and waited till it was all done.
Right.
Like I would have been like, all right, boys, like, hold on, we got to wait here. Or we'd walk back and I'd text
Right.
the homies like, yo, get out here so we can cross the street.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, you guys, sorry to ruin your time, but I need
help.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people here. And if it was a brawl or if it looked like gang activity or something like that, I would have sent the text to literally
So if
send-
it's gang activity, like they're gonna
Have fun.
they're gonna solve their own issues. I'm not.
No,
getting
totally.
involved
But
in that.
like,
But
I
if it-
still
if-
need that. They were my barrier to get to my car.
yeah.
So I still would have probably texted Nick and said like, yo,
See, I think I probably at that point would have just walked back inside.
there's no ins and outs.
But my point,
But yeah, 100%. I think I would have just called
I would
the
have gone
homies.
somewhere else.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
would've-
walk down the block, call an Uber.
Yeah,
You know, whatever.
Something.
You can get the car later.
totally.
Like
yeah.
if it's just a bunch of like gang dudes brawling it out in the street, I look play stupid games. You're
Couldn't
gonna win
care
the-
less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna win the prizes. You
I'd probably
win.
cheer him on, just like fuck him up. He said he was a Crip killer. Get him. 187. But yeah, so that was Meridian popping off. Idaho shit.
Dude, domestics happen everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
And it doesn't matter what the demographic is. It's
No.
rich neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It's in the hood. Like,
Well, that's it. I mean, I have cop friends who like work in like really upscale parts of California.
Yeah,
and I'm
dude.
like, what do you get most? Like, what are you like
Domestics.
most busy about? And it's like pill popping housewives, domestic disputes.
yeah. You know, it's
And probably pretty much, I mean, domestic violence calls are probably the worst of the worst. Very
They can be.
emotionally charged on
yeah, they
both
certainly
ends.
can be.
Yeah, and it doesn't help when the woman's like, I don't want to press charges, and they're like, we have to take him in, and then he gets just released and nothing happens.
One of my best friends is 5'0".
He loves me.
In the same place that I work. And he was telling me that in California, and I don't know if it's the same here, but any domestic violence call out,
Someone's getting detained.
not someone is getting arrested, going to jail arrested. It doesn't matter.
Primary aggressor, probably.
Well, hopefully
Yeah, you'd think.
you would hope. But if there is evidence of altercation and a primary witness, doesn't matter how credible it is or it isn't, someone will be arrested and taken to jail. So you've got two girls and they decide that they don't like the way that you told them, no, I'm not going to buy you that purse.
Mm-hmm.
And one girl smacks the other girl. They call 911 and says, he's beating the shit out of her. Regardless of proof,
Yeah.
Someone is getting arrested. And it's probably going to be you. It's not innocent until proven guilty. It is, you are guilty and going to jail.
That's why California is gay.
Dude,
Well, I can say this definitively. Idaho, I know of a case where a boyfriend whose girlfriend just had a baby and stuff, he didn't beat her, but he got mad, yelled, and grabbed her throat and started strangling her, and then stopped.
that's battery.
Well, no, by Idaho code, that meets it's a felony battery for strangulation.
Right.
That's a felony. She called the cops. She left, all this stuff. Nothing. Cops were just like, oh, she has no marks. It's fine.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's the problem with law enforcement is that's paperwork.
See, to me, it's
Some cops are like, no, fuck that. We'll go get him.
right.
But like,
They
it
need
comes down to leadership.
they need to have discretion.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with discretion.
It's got to be a high threshold, though, dude, because they could start arresting everybody for just fucking bullshit.
Right. But this goes to my next point. When it comes to discretion, you have to hire the right people that are going to exercise discretion with wisdom.
Yeah. That's hard because all these kids are fucking fresh out of college thinking that they're qualified to be cops and they've never had a fist fight in their life.
And they're hotheads. They think that the badge gives them power. And the best cops in the world are the ones who are calm, cool, collected. Their demeanor is even. Those are the best cops because they police with their minds. And the vast majority of their enforcement is verbal.
That's profound. They police with their minds.
You know what okay, that did sound pretty gay.
Manifestation.
That sounded pretty gay. But you know what I'm trying to say though, right?
Yeah.
Like they use their brain
Yeah.
and they use some common sense.
Yeah. Well, that's like a lot of older cops, or not even older cops, but cops in like their like early 40s who have been on the force for a while are just like, yeah, the police cam killed good police work. The body cam killed good police work. But the flip sides are like, but it also does protect us a lot.
I don't know that I mean, okay, what's the argument that the police cam killed good police work?
Well, so like,
I don't see how that's possible.
I have a
I
lot.
fucking love body cam.
Same.
No,
It holds both sides accountable.
Yeah,
they're,
I
they're
agree.
coming to EMS and I'm here for it.
I agree. But there are some times where like,
How are they doing that with EMS when it's like I guess you're in the public still, but
Yeah.
like in somebody's private home,
Yeah, so
when it comes to like a medical.
it's still HIPAA is still HIPAA.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I get that, but anybody could just be like, oh,
It's
I want to get that body camera.
It's not subject to FOIA
How's that not
because it's HIPAA.
yeah, it's protected by
interesting?
patient protection.
Yeah.
Um,
And we're not
So no one
and
can FOIA that at all.
it would have to come through a court order to break that person's HIPAA rights.
But the onus is on you guys. The onus, the onus is on.
Correct. So we are responsible. So if some citizen said, I'm submitting a FOIA request,
Mhm.
we're going to tell them to kick rocks. Because one, we're not a public agency. and 2, the ownership of
So why the body cameras?
because we would store that so that if and when it becomes necessary, you have it available, but it's archived and
But
secure.
what's the net out of this? Why would EMS need body cameras?
There have been many cases where, well, you've seen it recently where people have been tried for incorrect drugs, that kind of stuff. So one, it's going to give a lot of visibility to what the provider is doing. Either they are going to be protected from false accusations for bad medicine, or it is going to hold them accountable for practicing bad medicine. 2, I think it is going to not eliminate, because there's lazy cops that don't care about their body cams and they still are bad police. But it's going to put pressure on lazy providers to be much better. And
How is a body camera going to know what drugs you administered?
Because everything
Is it going to be called out?
No,
or is it going to be like, oh, look.
everything's on video and it's pretty obvious. Everything's color coded. So like all of my drugs are in different color boxes. That's going to be pretty obvious. And it can be used for CQI. So I have a really critical call that is just kind of out of left field. I get to go back and watch exactly, this is what I remember. And then I get to go back
for your report.
and then I get to go back and watch it. Oh man, I perceived that this way in the moment, which is why I made this choice.
Yeah.
But maybe I get to learn from it, because maybe I should be slowing down. Maybe my initial approach needs to be slower. Maybe I need to broaden my vision and change the way I'm perceiving my circumstances. There's lots of net positives.
Is there any agencies right now doing that? Like San
Yeah.
Francisco or
I don't
Alameda?
I don't know specifically which, but body cams are making their way into EMS.
Interesting. Fire service also?
I don't know. I mean, you see a bunch of helmet cams and stuff on fires, but
Yeah, my buddy rocks a helmet cam.
Yeah, so it does happen, but I don't think that they're wearing them on patient contacts. I don't know. I'm sure they are in some places, but it's making its way into EMS.
Interesting.
And I'm here for it. I am of the mindset that my goal is to always do the right thing regardless. And if I make a mistake, it's a genuine mistake. It's not me being a lazy piece of shit. So I've got nothing to hide. I'm good with it. You know what I mean?
I'm curious to see what the protocol will be as soon as you get out of the ambulance. Boom, on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like-
I'm sure that there'll be mechanisms built into it. I don't know.
Man, it's so much for a private company. I mean, I could see a municipality, the cost involved in it, right? The data storage, it's tons of data.
It's like I said, it's
Data.
there's some time, but it's coming to EMS, and
Interesting.
I'm a proponent of it.
Hmm.
I don't, from my perspective, I don't see, police included, I don't see how 100% transparency stops good police work.
Yeah.
I think it holds cops who may have cut a lot of corners accountable.
I got a young one, dude. He keeps me up all the time.
Bro, don't even. I was up literally all night last night.
Well, some of us just yawn when they're tired.
Just pop a Zen in and call it
That's
good.
what I'm doing. Coffee and Zen. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like there was just there are some things where I could see it being a huge problem. Like if you see a 14-year-old kid with a bag of weed and the cop wants to just say, let me stomp this shit out, but it's on body cam, that's a fucking problem.
No, that's
but it's not.
discretion.
If you
They
have discretion, then exercise your discretion.
Do they though?
Yeah.
A lot of
cops
agencies
don't even.
do.
I mean, dude,
I don't know.
in California now, it's like not even a thing.
Whatever happened to the good old days where it's like, if you didn't have that badge, I'd beat your ass, and they could just go behind Albertsons and fight.
I don't think that
There was recently a situation just like that in Florida where the kid challenged the cop and the cop put him right on his fucking back.
Yep.
Like,
Here's the thing too.
and it was completely justified. The kid bowed up on him.
If a cop thinks that it's a good idea, any cop thinks it's a good idea to just go squabble with some punk behind Albertsons, that is an ego issue for that cop.
He should probably not be a cop.
Probably
yeah.
not. That's probably why I'm not a cop.
That is an ego issue.
Some dude
for
be like,
that
I
cop.
fuck you up, and I just be like, I fucking doubt it, bro.
We should have Matt on. We should get Matt in here.
We should.
Yeah, I want to say I've asked him his opinion on body cams, and I think he was pretty pro.
Yeah, he's pretty pro. I believe
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with him before.
I just
If discretion exists, then I think it's fine. But if in some departments, discretion does not.
Well, and
No, they all have discretion. It's just how they decide they're going to use their discretion.
There are may and shall.
Right.
They've got shall orders and may orders.
Yeah.
And so the department's policies dictate a lot of that. And then the local, whatever their jurisdiction, the ordinances dictate a lot of that.
Yeah.
Right. So it really comes down to where you work and who you work for.
I wonder if Zen would sponsor the podcast.
I don't think, does Zen sponsor anyone?
Dude, Zen is
they're
like
liberal
the
as shit.
biggest freaking Democrat sponsoring.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
They donated to the Harris Waltz campaign,
You
like
didn't know that's why I chew, bro.
huge.
Nicotine for Harris. Let's go, baby. I'm just kidding.
Dude.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It's
no.
the best tasting one that doesn't give me headaches.
It's a thing. I don't know. I'm here for the body cam thing though. All right, so what's up with España?
España! People of Spain.
Yeah, Jeromy calls me yesterday and he's like, dude, we got some shit to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah. I get excited when there's prepper events. Like when there's events where like
That was a major prepper event. Still is.
well, according to mainstream media and reports, a lot of the power has been restored.
Do you believe mainstream media?
Well, my friend who has boots on the ground in Portugal has electricity again.
How long was she out?
I think like full 24 hours.
But it was the whole country.
It was like pretty much the whole country of Portugal, Spain, and parts of France that all got hit. It was one of the largest power outages like of all time.
Do they
in
know what
Europe.
caused it?
Well, that's the interesting part to me. So the first initial report that I got from mainstream media was that there was a solar event. So I looked at the Schumer's residence online and there was no solar event. Not to mention, right away you go and you look at like any pictures, cars are still working. People still have their phones.
Sorry, I've got to. Have you guys seen this video where it's all the Miss America chicks and they're yelling their country names?
Yeah. España!
France!
We won't even get into how I feel about French people.
It's just so funny. She's like, France!
I think French people are fucking disgusting, dude. I'm not about it. I won't even travel to fucking like Quebec. Like I'm not about Frenchies.
Anyway, sorry. You said France and I had to
France!
So 24 hours, I mean,
That's a long time.
it could be for some people.
Well, here's the thing. The initial report that I got was, it was a solar event. So I'm like, interesting. Let's look into that. And I was like, okay, well, it looks like cell phones and cars are still functioning.
Why would it only be 3 countries?
Well, that's the thing. Why would it only be? It's not how that's not how solar flares would work.
It's a direct energy weapon from the sun.
The sun's like,
When,
you know what? Fuck Portugal.
When Sherry and I first put our first Generac on our house in California, I remember this clear as day. I was super excited. We got it all hooked up. Everything was good. And like a week later, we go to dinner and there was a major power outage in the neighborhood.
In California? No.
Yeah. And so it was like a
PG&E?
weather related one though. It was like, it
Wow.
wasn't like wind, like a bullshit one, like wind related. It was like a legit,
Blackout.
yeah, it's something. I don't know what it was, dude. I said, get the check. We've got to go. I got to go test out this system. So, dude, we fucking got the bill. We drove home. Dude, I said, turn on every single appliance. Like
Just
it was in
max draw.
just max draw. I want to see what this thing will do. Everybody's dead on the street. I walked outside. I was like, oh, it was amazing.
Isn't it nice?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
I don't know how people don't own at least a portable generator.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know. This house here, the first thing we did, obviously because we're on a well, I was like, oh, man, if I'm at work and she loses power, she's at home, she's not going to be able to flush the toilets or any of that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
Generac. So we put a pretty substantial system in this house, and it's awesome. You can run everything.
Yeah.
It's a necessity.
Washer,
I think, in a lot of
dryer.
ways. It
Do you have
really
solar
is.
backup
AC.
too, or is it all diesel?
No, it's natural gas.
Mm.
But I can switch too from propane to natural gas.
You put a good
So-
system in.
Pretty cool, yeah.
That's
Generac.
cool.
It's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so solar flare isn't a possibility because if there was a true solar flare, then phones, cars, electronics would all be fucking smoked.
Yeah.
Period. That's just
I didn't
how
even hear about
works.
it until this morning when you were talking about it.
So there's no way it was a solar flare. Couldn't have been an EMP because again, cell phones, everything's working. So then my next thought's like, okay, cyber attack from another country.
That's my thought.
That's
Which is very, very possible that some countries like, let's just see if we can fuck up Europe and let's choose places with minimal military response. Okay, cool. Boom.
This is all
hit it.
hypothetical because we don't know what caused it.
We
at
still
this
don't
moment.
know. Officials are investigating.
We're never going to know.
And then the other part is like, it's not far-fetched for governments to be like, well, we got to test out some emergency stuff anyway, so let's just fucking drop the grid for a little bit and see what's going on. Then there were reports that France had a fire at one of their power factories, but there's no possible way that France controls the key to Portugal and Spain's power. And we're talking like, I think the number was like 112 gigawatts, like unbelievable amounts of fucking power was gone.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah, dude, unbelievable. But like the part that's really interesting to me is like, look, like, so they were saying like, oh, it's going to take 6 hours to restore power to these countries. I doubted that from the get-go. Whereas my friend on the ground was saying like, it seems more like 3 days is what we're being told.
That would have freaked some people out.
And then that's the interesting threshold is that they were being told 3 days. And now if you look at any kind of like event like that, day one typically is like people like, oh, okay, power outage, powwow, yay, okay, cool, we'll figure it out. Day two, it's like, fuck, we still have no power. Like this is a problem. People are fucking dying because of their life-saving equipment if they don't have generators in their house. Like people are drinking their water like normal because power just comes back on because we live in, it's beautiful. We're modernized. Day three is, oh, this is the end of the fucking world. By day four, you're in complete civil unrest. People are hungry. People are thirsty. People that don't have reserves or rations or can be off grid for 4 days
Freak out.
are going to be freaking out. Like people are going to be going to the fucking grocery store and looting. Like,
Hold that thought.
All right, everybody, we're back. Rob's bladder has been voided.
So I was like, there's
Sorry.
no way. I don't even remember what I was saying last, but yeah. So my things, what really interests me in these things is the general population of the entire world, civilized world, like actual, like, yeah, like people in maybe like some parts of Africa don't have the luxury of even being worried about a blackout, right? So the what? What? It's true. What the fuck? I don't get it.
Oh boy.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Was that rude? Like,
no, not at all.
yeah, I mean, there are people without running water. Like, they ain't gonna know if the power's out. They live in a fucking shack,
That's true.
you know? And I'm not saying like I wouldn't love for them to have running water. I'm just saying like,
Yeah, you're right.
fucking A. but like, you know, like the first world countries and stuff, people are so fucking unprepared. It's
Dude,
it's
well,
comical.
the
to
toilet
me.
paper crisis of 2020.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone was freaking out. You know what I was doing? I was spraying my asshole with a bidet. I don't give a fuck. Oh, no toilet paper? Guess what? Squeep, got this little bidet.
are you on the bidet train?
No.
You
No,
went?
me.
What? You guys, it's 2025, guys.
So, okay,
Dude, one time we stayed in a
civilized.
hotel. We stayed in a hotel, well, a couple of times. One, when I used to take the whole Sacramento crew to Vegas for SHOT Show, we'd get the suite and they had them in there. But then one time we went to Hawaii and we stayed at a hotel that we never stayed at before, the Sheraton, because of the pool. We wanted to just try it out. Terrible service, by the way.
Oh, that
Waikiki, Sheraton's terrible. And it's a lot of fucking money. But anyhow, the toilet in there is a duvet. What is it?
Duvet.
Duvet,
Bidet?
whatever the duvet.
Duvet is a comforter.
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I
No,
said.
what is it called?
A bidet.
Oh, bidet. Yeah, bidet. So anyhow, but it automatically did it.
Oh, nice.
Like I'm like, what the fuck?
Ah!
Yeah, and it was heated and cooled seats. It was crazy.
Sick.
So
But,
we
yeah,
we
not a big
got an
fan.
Airbnb at a ski resort last winter, and it had a bidet in it as well.
It's the only way, man.
I had never used one before. Well, let me tell you, the water was not heated. So I get down and I'm like, I got to give this thing a go. Well, first of all, you can aim those things.
Yes, you adjust the angle.
Yeah, I was unaware. That thing
Just blast to the back of the
with
nutsack.
ice
Boom!
cold water. No, shot. I mean, bullseye right up my asshole, dude. Full blown ice water enema. I literally, I let out
I'm
a
scared.
whoa.
I'm
Yeah.
scared to fart.
Dude, my kids would not go to the bathroom because they were afraid they were going to get shot in the
No
asshole by
chance.
the bidet.
So I'll tell you what, I love the ice cold water. My bidet does not do heated. I like the refreshness of just
You put one in your house?
fuck yeah.
It scared
I-
me.
I get offended if my only option's toilet paper. Like I fucking hate that I don't have a bidet here. That's just my thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so like people are just so unprepared. Yes, toilet paper famine. There was one time during COVID, we were walking our dogs and some guy left his garage door open during COVID and he had a wall of toilet paper. Like
That's
across the street, like 3 houses down. And I was like,
two Costco
how much are you
bricks?
shitting?
We thought it was a drinking fountain, actually.
2 Costco bricks
Is
of
that
toilet
Justin?
paper.
No.
2 Costco bricks of toilet paper is a year supply.
And yes.
2 what?
2 brick. What do you call the packs?
Yeah,
24 rolls?
Yeah, the big,
They're
no,
like
it's like
48
48
rolls.
rolls.
I think there's 24 in there.
No,
Oh,
no,
maybe
no.
48.
The big, they're like this big.
The huge
That's
Kirkland,
a year?
No,
2 of
them,
those
Is a year.
is a full year,
Oh, okay, well.
give or take.
give or take.
Yeah.
That's a lot of toilet paper.
I mean, there's 5 people in my house.
Yeah,
4.
I got 4.
5 people in my house.
The craziest thing was when all of this went down, right? I've always been prepared. Like our household's always been prepared. So
Lots
I
of
was
toilet
like,
paper.
I was kind of excited to see how nutted up people were going to get.
Yeah.
And it was pretty bad. Like when you couldn't actually go and get the things that you needed that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or you wanted, I guess.
I mean, this is one thing maybe we can talk about when we finally launch the No Quarter Boys YouTube, but like some of the prepper stuff. Because it's not, people hear the word prepper and they think doomsday preppers on Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
Dude,
Which
we
is
have
like,
over a year's worth of food storage at our house.
oh yeah.
Like,
I don't know that we're at a year, but we buy.
no, we are well over a year. Like we buy Patriot supplies. Like I have constant,
But
Dude,
and you guys do like a whole beef.
yeah, we buy,
A whole cow.
whole cow. So we have plenty of rations.
Right.
I store a ton of fuel, or I mean gasoline,
You just put
propane,
stable in it.
Stabil, yeah. At one point last year, I was going to get a 500 gallon. So
Propane tank.
no, 250 gallons of diesel,
Oh,
250 gallons of gasoline in the back of the property, just to have it there, just in a gravity feed. I didn't do it. I probably should do that. But then the other thing is I wanted to get a big propane tank, like 100 gallon, and just put it by the Generac just in case that the, natural gas went off. You can just switch it.
Yeah.
So I'm probably still going to do that. But
Like my grandparents' property, they've got one of the huge
Yeah.
propane
500
tanks.
gallons. Or they get it filled like
It's
twice a year or something.
massive.
Yeah.
And that's what they run all of their gases off of propane.
Yeah. You got to be prepared, people. Like you got to have water,
Well-
and rice and beans.
Well,
like,
but beyond that, tools.
I mean, yeah,
got to have
I-
tools.
Like, to me,
You have to have a basic knowledge, though, to how to use the tools. Because if you have the tools and you don't know how to use them,
yeah,
you're kind
that's
of
true.
fucked.
That's true. I mean, if you're completely not mechanical, yeah, you're going to have a hard time learning how to wrench on things. But if you don't have the tools at all, you can't even learn. You know what I mean? People, investing in tools is just as much of a prep as anything else, in my opinion.
Oh, even last night. Last night, I realized 2 of my plugs in my master bath had tripped, and I pulled out the blueprints for my house.
Like the GFI trip.
Mm-hmm. And I pulled out the blueprint for my house, and I went and did the downstream GFI that protects the upstream plugs, and I was like, this GFCI is not making sense. It's not resetting the outlets.
You had a fault somewhere then.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking shave this beard off. No, so I was like, it doesn't make sense for this GFCI not to feed these because it's the closest GFCI that would feed a circuit of the bathroom. So I'm like freaking out. I pull out the blueprints and I realized the blueprints don't have any like updated plugs because we had like hella plugs added and stuff. And then it didn't even show the home runs of where the plugs came from and what is downstream on them. And I was like, of course, this Boise Hunter Homes fucking
I don't
garbage
even
ass.
have the blueprints to my house.
Oh, really? I am. But I come from construction. That's something I needed.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that was a necessity. So then when I have questions, I could just look at it and be like, oh, okay, now I know.
I mean, I could. I guess I could pull the plans from the city.
You
but-
could. Yeah. Or you could probably call the builder.
Yeah.
But so then I'm out here like legit, pull out the blueprints, look, so oh, this isn't updated. Troubleshoot the entire fucking plug system in the house to see which ones go to what and stuff. And then I just sat down and redlined my blueprints and updated everything.
Mhm.
Like you gotta know shit.
You got to know how.
You gotta know shit. Now here's the thing. I have the benefit. It was an electrical problem. I did electrical for like 14 years.
Yeah,
or
well,
something like
it's
that. Like
like-
it was easy. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go do this.
Right.
I bought just, you got to know things. I mean, buying books because you never know if this thing is ever going to work again. You know what I mean? On a moment's notice. But
God, I hope it doesn't.
you could go buy on Amazon or Army Surplus Store. You can go get all the manuals for like first aid.
Yeah, well, I've got a
Uh,
great
fires,
medical book
buil-
I can
yeah.
suggest to you guys.
Yeah,
It was a medical book that was written for missionaries that were in like Papua New Guinea.
yeah. I have that book actually. What is it called?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
We
I
talked
have a
about
book-
this, and I went and bought that book.
I have
Yeah,
a
it's
book for
great.
you on my desk.
Oh yeah,
It's been
the
here for like 3 weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
I need to get that.
Yeah.
Rules for Knights.
But yeah, so that was like the most interesting part for me was the prepping side. And then of course being concerned, like, hey, like, listen, like if this is going to be 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
you need to go out now and get what you can, how you can get it. And then you need to stay home. Like you don't need to be, oh, but it's safe. Like by day 4, things that would seemingly be safe is desperate people that are not being safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
it's something happened today. It's inconvenient to go after work.
yeah.
No, just make it a priority.
Yeah.
Go out of your way a little bit.
Yeah. So
So
hopefully
this-
that wakes people up.
So this is interesting. So this picture was taken March 13th, 2020. This was, and the whole country, mind you, got shut down on the 17th.
Right.
Right? This was at Duke's, Waikiki. They were already having a shortage of toilet paper. And so I was tipping the
Shit.
bartenders with our toilet paper from our room.
That's hella funny.
That's pretty funny.
That's perfect.
And they were super stoked. They're
Oh,
like,
I
hey,
bet.
can you get us more? And I'm like, yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
just being a little bit prepared, and unfortunately, when things happen like that, it's just a light switch. And then when you're out there in the middle of the ocean,
I like systems. I like systems that can work for me, right?
Yeah.
So having water, having gas, like that stuff, it's smart to have, right?
Yep.
But then having that stuff is still finite, regardless of how much of it you have. It's
Yeah.
still finite. So having a seed stock so that you can now grow. Like if you want to convert your entire backyard into a functional garden, you can.
yeah.
Having the ability to filter and clean water.
Yep.
We have one of the benefits of our state is there's a fair amount of water resources here.
We have more waterways than any other fucking state. I think.
So,
Besides in the winter.
well, I mean, even still, the river's running.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
yeah.
the river's running, but also like in a pinch, snow is absolutely drinkable.
Volume wise, it takes a lot of snow to create drinkable water.
Yeah.
But yes, you can process it. So having systems that can clean water for you, having the ability to hunt, and I don't necessarily just go mean hunt elk. You know what I mean? Like to be able to take an animal, knowing how to clean an animal.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
Well, I mean a squirrel.
But here's like,
give a fuck.
look,
They're all the same. Fish, mammal,
whatever the animal is, understanding how to clean it,
Yeah.
how to process it, how to store it. That's a lot of things that
I don't know this part, so let me give you my opinion on how we do this without my actual knowledge of like.
So let's intro it. Jeremy's take on how to process an animal from
Yes.
a complete noob.
Right. So
Go.
give me an animal first. Give me an animal. Any animal.
Pig.
Pig. Okay. Shoot the pig in the head. Dead. Okay. Roll it onto its back. Cut the belly open. Find all the poop stuff. Remove all the fucking poop stuff.
How do you remove the poop stuff?
You find it, you pull it out and just shoop.
Nope.
And then, okay, so now the poop stuff's out. Okay.
What about the pea sack?
Find the pee sack. Or, you know what? That's got fluid in it. If in a pinch, we're drinking pee. Right? So we save the pee sack. We tie it off.
You're not drinking pee. That's a terrible idea.
No, I know. I'm totally not. So get all the poop stuff out and yes, the pee stuff out, right?
What organs are you going to save?
Oh, pretty much all of them.
Okay.
Like if we're talking like end times, like bro, I'm eating a fucking heart.
Heart's,
Oh, I eat heart anyways.
Yeah,
dude.
like
heart's delicious.
heart,
Deer
heart tacos are my fave.
So I'm eating all like, I mean, I guess I don't want like pig thyroid, but like I think if I saw that, it's so small, I probably wouldn't even know, right? So, anyways, well, no, I would.
You get dogs?
Well, yeah, whatever I don't eat, the dogs eat.
Yeah.
Period. Like I'm not gonna just like throw the poop away. The dogs can eat that.
What about the guts? You going to keep the guts?
No, the stomach and shit gotta go. I don't want it. I mean, maybe empty it out, clear it out and stuff, and then use it for something or feed it to the dogs, whatever
Okay.
it is. But like, I'm not eating unless it's like I'm dying. I need to eat stomach fucking lining, like maybe. But
Tripe?
so then what do you do is I'm gonna cut off all the fucking meat that I want to keep. Hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm gonna take the skin and I'm gonna make chicharrones. I'm gonna take the ears and I'm gonna dry them and let them be chew toys for the dogs. I'm gonna let them eat the snout because even in a pinch, I'm not doing it. The tongue, not doing it. But yeah, that's how you process an animal, dude. You just take the poop and pee out and you save what you need.
So
Really easy.
really easy. So easy.
Take the ligaments.
Super easy.
save the bones and just like suck that bone marrow out.
So like, I suppose in theory, you could just do it that way and it would work. It's not gonna be great, but it would work. But do you understand like how to take the different muscle groups apart? You understand like how the different joints are connected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what does that matter if I just need the meat? I eat the fucking joint.
So, and this is what I'm saying. Can you take an animal apart that way? Yes.
Yeah.
But could you butcher an animal to where you have like
A steak, a tri-tip? No. Why would I want to do that?
because I want to thrive, not just survive.
Bro, if you take all the meats you want to eat
Mhm.
and you're cooking meat and just throwing some salt on it and eating it, what is it like, dude? In end times, if I'm processing a pig in end times, bro, I don't give a fuck if I'm eating a tri-tip or not. I don't care if I'm eating the bacon right. Like, I'm just going like, this meat is edible. We're gonna fucking cook it and eat it.
It's little tricks like this. The front legs,
Mhm.
front arms.
Drumsticks, you just cut them off and fucking roll them up and
So how are they connected?
do shoulders
Do they have a ball joint?
on a pig. No. Well,
Do they?
do pigs have rotators?
I know the answer.
Probably. I would assume, yeah, but you know what?
How about getting? They don't. I'll just tell you that.
Oh, okay, well,
How
then I just
about-
cut it off.
How about getting the back hams off? Like how to
Ass cheeks?
how to dislocate the back quarters.
Bro, you literally just find the joints and start cutting at it. Like, I don't understand.
So the reason why, because it's super easy to lose a lot of meat if you don't know how to cut it properly.
Yeah, but I'm not cutting it to get perfect like cuts of meat. I'm cutting it to like, I need this leg. I'm gonna take the whole thing off. We're gonna cook it.
Gonna eat it like a turkey
No, I
leg.
understand that.
Yeah, dude.
No, I understand.
What's that? It's big leg.
It's it's really easy to lose a lot of meat by just hacking at it versus understanding the way to cut. I'm not trying to call you out. My point is this.
Well, calm me out. That's fine.
My point is this, is that understanding how to process
He's
an
gonna
animal.
call Elliott over there to help him.
Yeah. You're getting fat. You're getting lazy, boys.
Well, I'll tell you what. I ain't calling either of you motherfuckers because I ain't seen neither of you catch any good animals this year.
That's just because I'm a bad hunter. That doesn't mean
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not calling you guys for fucking hunting advice because you guys can't kill any animals.
I've killed an animal every year.
I've killed plenty
since
of
I've been
animals
here.
in my life.
Yeah, but the one you killed this year, you couldn't process.
What are you talking about?
It was like septic, wasn't it?
Oh, that one was. Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, so you did get something else?
No.
So
that was
see?
the only deer I shot.
Boom. He killed a pig that was rotten.
No,
Or
a
Well,
deer.
his
a
deer tag got filled. He couldn't kill another
Yeah.
one.
Oh, that counts?
Yeah.
Well, technically, yes, it does, but I could have got another one. But the season was.
You would have to
done.
go take it to the game ward and be like,
Yeah.
hey, that
Plus-
because if you just abandon it and you don't notch
Waste
your
of
tag,
game.
it's considered wanton waste.
Yeah, wanton waste.
Wonton waste?
Wanton waste. My point is this: is there are a lot of skills. This is how I think about it. I think it is really wise to have a group of people with a diverse set of skills. That way,
course.
you don't have to be a master of processing pigs. You can be like, Josh, I got 10 pigs. Come process them. I'd be like, great. And then I'll be like, hey, I got a bunch of electrical shit I need to get done, and I don't want to do it. You want to come? You know what I'm saying?
So funny because I'd likely be like, fuck, I really don't want to. Like, I really don't want to do it. I fucking don't like doing it anymore.
But you understand my point.
Yeah, I'm valuable in apocalyptic times.
Having skills that are valuable
Yeah.
when normal systems go down.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a group of people that have diverse skills that are complementary is a very smart thing.
You know what I do think about hunting though? Because the only time I went hunting was with my dad when I was young. And it was not an enjoyable, like, I love this. This is fucking great. Like, this was like,
It's a lot of work.
It's a ton of work.
it's a lot of
Hunting is
work,
a lot of
especially
work.
if you don't want to fucking go. Like, I'd rather be out skateboarding. Like, I was like not about that life.
Those San
Um,
Jose kids aren't into hunting.
I wasn't. And my dad was very much into hunting. I mean, that dude, that's all he did until he couldn't walk. Like, crazy hunter. But not my lifestyle. But I'll tell you what, like, I don't know, man. I just think that I think I'd be good at it. The shooting part.
Oh, that's not hunting.
Yeah, like I think if I see a deer that's like 500 yards away, like that's a no miss situation for me.
You should come hunting.
I'll go, bro. But like I'm just irregularly good at shooting stuff.
You're regularly good at shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
like with no precision rifle experience, I really think I'd be able to hit a deer at 500.
You might
Okay.
be able to.
Maybe if it's not running, like if it's running, like probably can't.
Well,
do
and
that.
here's the other thing: deers are really resilient animals.
So is a
Very.
gun.
Deer.
It ain't gonna smell me, bro, because I'm gonna be one of them.
Deer are very resilient animals. You shoot them in the wrong spot. It doesn't matter if you kill it. You might kill it in an hour. You ain't gonna find it.
You just track it.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
Super
Bro,
easy.
you just didn't. I don't know why we didn't think about that. You just
Yeah.
track it.
Just follow the blood, bro.
Oh.
I've literally seen movies. You follow the blood, you find the animal.
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
It works out almost every time.
Follow the blood, find the animal.
Why do hunters not find their stuff?
I don't know.
What are they thinking?
It's weird.
They're just not looking.
They're probably not. You're right.
Like they're probably just like, it's a lot of work.
I wonder,
Go.
Hunters that have dedicated their entire lives to shooting and hunting. I wonder why they just miss sometimes.
Yeah.
God, they should just be irregularly good at shooting things.
Well, being good at hunting and shooting your rifle occasionally is not the same as being really good at shooting.
No, but there are a lot of hunters that are both fantastic at hunting and also fantastic at shooting.
Until you put a handgun in their hands and they shoot like a fucking cop.
But they're not hunting with their handguns.
Why not? Why not?
Why would you?
Yeah.
I'll take my
Okay, go ahead.
take me hunting. I will only bring a 10 mil and I will get you a deer.
Good luck.
It's going to have like 10 bullet holes in it.
That's a lot of meat loss.
Well, it'd be dead and you'd have some meat. You could eat around it. What's a little
This
lead?
guy.
I'm just
guy.
kidding. I don't know shit about it. I don't know shit about fuck. I'm down as fuck. I need to start hunting. In fact, that's like the goal for next season. Me, Nick, and Nick were all like, we need to go hunting. Like, and the other Nick, he loves hunting. He goes all the time. So I'm down. I'm down as fuck. I don't have any fucking problems. I might cry a little bit.
It's a skill to learn. Here, you got to sweat equity is there, man. You're gonna walk a lot.
A lot.
Why? Why the fuck don't we just take quads?
You can take quads.
Yeah, well,
Until
then why
you
are we
can't.
walking?
You can take quads until you can't, and then to get where the deer are,
No, you just stop and wait.
you hoof it, buddy.
Where you call them. Bugles, dude.
Well, elk bugle, deer don't.
Yeah, deer.
They grunt.
Yeah. It's funny though. I will say this. I have been extremely close up to deer, and people have this like weird Disney fantasy about like deer being these like really clean, beautiful animals. And they are. But like if you get up close, like they're covered in ticks and shit.
Oh yeah,
They're like not
Big time ticks.
They're like not super cute and cuddly when you get up close to them. You're like,
they're
ew,
not cute and cuddly at all.
No, if you see them from afar, deer can be fun to watch.
But they're not cute and cuddly.
They're super cute. I would pet one. If I had a pet deer, dude, I'd
They
fucking
stink, bro. So do elk. Ugh.
Yeah,
They
but don't
stink.
elk stink because it's like specific scents?
Well, during the rut, dear Lord, you shoot a bull. You want to talk about a nasty creature? They literally piss all over themselves on
They
purpose.
flick their piss.
and then they shit and roll in it.
Nice.
They're vile.
We should totally be eating shit meat.
Well, you don't eat that part.
No, I'd love to shoot an elk.
Yeah.
I would. I think if you give me a bow and 1 week, I guaranteed, definitive. It's written in stone.
Yeah.
I'm getting you an animal with that fucking
How
bow.
long would you need to train to win a UFC title?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it depends if I get lucky.
Starting right now.
UFC title's way harder to get than a deer.
Mm.
Like, I think definitively winning a UFC title is insanely more astronomical.
I was waiting for the 6 weeks.
Yeah. Gonna have my belt.
With that being said, do I think I could knock out Brock Lesnar? Yes, I do. Absolutely.
Who?
Brock Lesnar. Any heavyweight.
I don't know who that is.
Jan Blachowicz.
Oh yeah, Jan.
Yeah, John Jones.
John-
Yeah, I think I could knock those dudes out.
Johnny Boy.
100% think I can knock them out. If they don't hit me first. I think about it all the time.
If you allow me to drive a diesel truck.
No, I really think like, dude, like I cook off one nasty fucking left hook and it's a real fucking problem. However, you don't hit me first. I hit you first and you fall. Hopefully, if I hit you right. I think
So in your scenario, they're standing in the middle of the ring,
yeah, and they let me punch them in the
crossing their
face.
hands, and then they just let you cold cock them.
No, I mean I'm saying this, and obviously like any UFC fighter, even like a starweight girl fighter, is gonna fuck me up something fierce. like going to beat the brakes off of me severely.
Yeah.
If I bite my mouth guard, close my eyes, and swing as hard as I fucking can and make contact, like I think I have just as much chance as anyone else to knock him out.
I think if you give me a sledgehammer, maybe.
No. No, you just literally turn the foot over, fucking crank the hips, power comes from the feet, you just fucking let the hand do its work. Just hold it as tight as you can so it's a cinder block. You might break your hand.
I'll definitely break my hand.
Yep. Don't punch him in the top of the forehead.
No.
It'll shatter your fucking hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like anyone can knock out anyone. That's my thought. All you have to do is just fucking get the right hit. Like that's it. Like you'll see the best fighter in the world fight like a mediocre fighter and they just get flatlined. And it's literally, it wasn't like that he trained less or trained more. It's that, yeah, homeboy fucking closed his eyes, ducked down and threw a haymaker and it fucking landed on the chin. And Anderson Silva's now asleep on the floor.
Reset button.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. So yeah, but give me a bow. Give me 1 week. Dude, I'll fucking hit anything. Cam Hanes, who? Right? Like, think about this. This dude shoots a bow and arrow and thinks that it takes skill.
The audacity.
Oh, man. I can't take myself seriously sometimes. I can't shoot a bow for shit. I don't even know how. And I'm really scared if it hits my forearm.
would be curious if you could even pull my bow back.
What's its weight?
80.
80, easy as fuck. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Not with, is it right-handed? So your left hand holds the bow, your right hand draws it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a problem for my right shoulder. But left-handed, fucking 100% of the time. 80 pounds?
It's a lot.
80 pounds.
It's a lot.
Do you guys not do like back and tries?
Oh, no. I just don't think you'd be able to.
Because I row like 200 pounds.
I just don't think you would be able to pull it back. It has nothing to do with how strong you are.
Yeah.
It has almost zero to do with how strong you are.
I disagree.
You could disagree all you want.
Bringing in the bows tomorrow.
Bring it in.
Let me put it this way. Okay. You mentioned Cam Hanes. Do you know who his son Truett?
Cam Hanes who?
Do you know who his son Truett Hanes is?
Yeah, he just ran a marathon. Good for him.
Dude is
ultra marathon.
Dude is.
He's in great shape.
He's jacked.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Cam's bow is a 90-pound bow. So only 10 pounds more pull weight than mine. His son cannot pull that bow back. And has been shooting archery as long as he has been able to.
All you have to do is show me where to put my hands.
Do you not think that he knows where to put his hands?
I don't know. Maybe he's just not strong in the back. I don't know. Bro, I'm 350. I'm a big boy.
That means literally zero.
All right. Well, there's the poll. There's the poll. Do people think that I cannot draw an 80-pound bow? Or do you think I can?
I'm going to almost say definitively, you will not first try get a 80-pound bow back.
If I don't know where to put my hands, you're right. I probably won't. But if I have my hands in the right location,
I will show you where to put your hands.
There is no way I'm not pulling a bow back.
I'll show you where to put your hands.
Go get it right now. Come right back.
What do you think? First try.
There's some technique involved in it for sure.
Totally.
What's your vote? You had to put your money black or red right now. Where is it at?
80 pounds. I'm not saying that you're not a fucking strong dude at all, because I know that you are, but it's, yeah.
I'm strong, bro.
It means,
don't let the belly fool you, dude.
It means
all of this, bro, I'm chiseled.
You're missing my point. It has nothing to do with how strong you are.
I bet you if I lost every bit of body fat I have a six-pack. I do my fucking rolly thing.
Oh, if you lost every bit of body fat, your muscles would show?
No.
Six-pack. I'd be fucking vascular, dude.
Oh.
Bring the fucking bow.
Black or red right now. What's your call?
Bring the fucking bow.
I don't think he's doing it.
No.
All right.
It's going to be a struggle for sure.
I don't think you get it back in the first 3 attempts.
Okay. I'm down.
Let's go to the bow shop right now.
Go where?
We should go after. We should
the bow shop right now.
Is there just somewhere closer?
Right down on Fairview.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the place that has the bow simulator?
Is there a bow simulator place?
What's it called?
Not the bow rack. What's it called?
Dead On
Archery.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but great things about those guys. I've heard it's a great pro shop and the dudes are super nice. So
most bow shops are pretty freaking legitimate. Like that's a very
the best one in the area is in Caldwell.
Honestly,
the boulevard?
probably we could just go to Shields. They'll let me fucking pull back anything. Hey, can I try that? They'll
Oh,
be
I'm
like,
sure
go
Shields will
ahead.
as well.
Again, they're
Yeah.
probably at like
I
15
doubt
pounds.
they have any of them set to 80 pounds. We could ask them.
See, but here's the thing.
But then they're going to be like, if you break it, you buy it. So you're ready to drop $1,500 on a bow that you break?
It's not going to break. I'm just going to do a perfect job.
Okay.
You're sleeping on me, bro.
I'm not sleeping on you.
You assume that I've never shot a bow before, I think. I think that's what it is.
You just
I don't
said
think
you-
we assume anything.
Did I say I've never shot a bow?
Okay.
I think it's
Have you shot a bow?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
But it was like...
a Nerf bow.
it was a kid's compound bow.
Let's put a poll out.
I have.
And then if we get enough, if we get let's say if we get 100 responses to this poll,
We'll film it.
we'll film it and put it out. So the question is this, and I'll put it on the socials. First 3 tries, is Jeromy pulling back an 80-pound bow? Yes or no?
The answer is yes. And if you go and say no, you're wrong.
What's the wager though? We got to do something interesting.
Well, I'm not doing no fantasy football
It doesn't need to
bullshit.
be dollars, but what's it going to be? Jeromy loses. He shaves his beard.
Fuck yourself. I will trim my beard for you, but I
No,
will never
not
fucking
shaving.
shave this beard off.
All right.
Have you guys seen, you remember the cartoon Recess?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I look just like Mikey when I shave. Hi guys, I love poetry. Like I look just like that kid.
All right. Jeromy loses his next USPSA match. He runs in a tutu.
No. I will never agree to that. In fact,
Come on.
No. A tutu? No. Fuck no. I'm trying to go GM,
Okay.
baby.
Unitard. Like a singlet.
Nope. I bet you actually though you'd be stealthy as fuck in that thing, dude.
Come on.
Like leggings and like a one piece, like a
We
legit.
gotta, if we're gonna do this, we gotta put a target back there or something because he's got to put an arrow in it.
Nope, that wasn't part
Because
of it.
if
Now
he
you guys
dry
are
fire-
adding.
No,
No,
'cause if he
I
dry
don't care if
fires
you
that
hit the
thing-
target. It's so that if and when you act.
Well, why would I try? I'm not gonna let go of it.
Well, if you do,
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What
is if
happens?
you do,
you
it will
can
blow
fuck
up.
the bow up.
If it doesn't have a bow and arrow,
If it doesn't
If
have
it
an
doesn't have an
arrow,
arrow in
in
it.
the bow and you dry fire, it will blow up.
It
Why?
could blow up because I had one that didn't blow up,
but like what? Okay,
they're
so
super
so
bad
it
for the
has- it
cams
has
and the
a-
limbs.
An incredible amount of stored energy.
right, I know that.
The arrow accepts that energy. If there's no arrow, that energy goes into the riser and it will throw everything apart.
Arrows are so light though. How does that?
It's pushing. That's why they go so fast.
It's just enough to make it not blow up.
well, it's
Dude, I had
physics.
a Bowtech limb come delaminated in the case,
Yeah.
like split in the case, unzipped it, was like, holy shit, fucking zipped that thing back up and took it straight to the bow shop and had them.
I'm not going to the hospital, right? Like, is that, like we're not going to the hospital?
Oh no,
for
you
this.
absolutely could go to the hospital if you blow it up. I mean, people get really hurt.
Well, no, I'm saying like when I'm pulling an 80-pound bow back, I'm not going to the hospital that day.
Oh
I
man.
mean, unless you dislocate your shoulder,
I mean,
Why would I fucking do that?
or tear a rotator cuff.
you absolutely might go to the hospital.
Why?
You blow your back out.
Dude, I can't even stress to you enough how much I work my back.
Okay. Well, that's the best.
We're
So
not
what-
doubting
what-
you. I'm not
what's-
doubting you at all.
You are doubting me,
I'm
but-
100% doubting you. What's the wager? It's got to be something funny.
Well, if I go to the hospital, there's no wager.
We're at an hour and a half. So what's the
So we
wager?
gotta-
What are you willing to do? You won't run a competition in a tutu. What about, and you said no to a singlet. Something,
If I can't, I'll run 25% off literally anything SimShot does for a
that's
week.
so lame.
Hey, that's hella money.
We don't want it to be a financial
lame.
burden on you. We
It's
just
like,
want
dude,
something.
No, that's
Owning
lame.
a business is a
embarrass you.
financial burden on me.
That's lame.
Yeah, me too.
If you lose, you have to go do sales for a day at Black Rifle
Yeah.
wearing
That won't be a financial burden for me.
wearing a Cucks for Kamala outfit.
If you can find me a Cucks for Kamala shirt, I will wear a shirt, but I'm not wearing an outfit.
No, it's got to be a full outfit.
No. I'm not doing that.
Come on.
No.
You could the reciprocation could be just as embarrassing for me.
No, I don't want you to do that either.
Why not?
Why? I don't want to fucking wear an outfit.
Gosh,
this is
so boring.
what I'm not boring, bro.
Okay, then come up with a good wager. I'm the only one to come up with ideas.
All right. So 2 takeaways. What do you guys think about Andy Elliott?
Andy Elliott's a douchebag.
And
Yeah.
do you think you have the over or under on Jeromy being able to pull back an 80-pound bow? Let's hear your comments.
Yeah.
When are we going to be able to do this, Bo? When?
Like tomorrow.
I said if people
The next day.
This is what I said. I'll cut it. I'll post it. If we get 100 responses, we'll do the video.
We'll film it.
Yeah.
This is going down no matter what.
It's going down no matter what.
Yeah, I don't need people to film it.
Okay. Well,
So
if we get 100
100
responses, then we'll film it and it's going to go up for the world to see.
Yes, and if not, then we'll do it and we'll just talk about when I'm blowing your guys' fucking minds.
Yeah. I still, there's got to be a wager. Come on. There's got to be something.
$10.
No, that's so lame. Something funny. Money is lame.
Yeah, money's not great.
It's not.
Doesn't matter.
Unless it were
Because
like
you're like $10. I'm like, fuck it. I don't
unless
care.
it were like 10 grand to like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, but I would never wager 10 grand, so it wouldn't matter.
Okay, so what's the wager? What's something you're willing to do?
Nothing really. I don't know.
This to me says he's got no faith in himself.
No. I just like.
No, you're not willing to make the wager, so you obviously think I'm right.
That's fine. I'll let you think that and not manipulate me into going, you know what? Fuck that. Yes, I will. Because I'm not that easily influenced.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive. Are you really sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Rob's like, this is dumb. We're getting out of here.
All
Hey,
right.
listen, no quarter pot on all the things. We love you guys. I'm going to put this up. Let us know. Is Jeromy going to be able to pull back an 80-pound bow? There's first 3 shots, first 3 pulls, 0 chance.
So I get 3 tries.
First 3 pulls. I'll say first 3 pulls.
0% chance.
Okay, first 3 pulls, I'll give you like a 10% chance of succeeding. First pull, 0.
0% chance.
0.
On the
Joke's
first
you,
pull.
motherfucker, because I'm going to go buy a fucking expensive bow now and go fucking be ready for it by tomorrow. I'll have a 100-pound bow pulled
That's
back.
what I like to hear.
All right, y'all. We love you.